Hi, old guy here with a few more ramblings. Today we're going to be talking about this here. This is a Husky 22-piece Nano insert socket. Okay, Nano means it has a real short depth. Okay? If you saw my video on the Vim Nano sockets, okay, take a look at it, you'd understand how short these sockets are. This only has two different types of sockets, right? It has Torx and it has inch and metric hex drives. That's all that's in here, plus a little wrench for both of them. The wrench fits these, it holds it in place, and we'll go from there. So we're going to go up to the bench, and if you know me from my past videos, the case is almost as important as the tools themselves. So what we have here is the Husky Nano insert bit set. Okay, I wanted to mention the sizes that are on here. Okay, you've got your wrench, you've got 12 hex heads. Let's see, can you read that? Okay, you can read that, so I don't have to spell out each one. But you got 12 hex heads, so like half are metric and half are inch, and then you have 9 Torx, all the way from T10 to T55, so fairly large. The other interesting thing here is it's a product of Taiwan, but it's finished in mainland China. Interesting. Now, if you know from my previous videos, the case is almost as important as the tools themselves. Now, this one here opens as such, and if you look here, this has a metal pin running all the way through the hinge. This is great. Unlike the other Husky I reviewed earlier with the precision instruments, this is not plastic, and the case lid opens all the way. All right, the Nano sockets seem to be held in fairly decently. You got a nice wrench. Plastic, basically this is all plastic. It might be a little bit better if it was rubber, but it's okay. Now, if you look at this is very similar to a Nano setup like the Vims, okay? If you looked at that video, it came with a wrench, okay? But there's a difference. These Nano sockets are held in with a little ring inside the wrench. This one here uses a detent, okay? So they didn't put a ring in here. All they did was put a detent. So when you put it in, it holds using the detent. Does it hold fairly decently? Yeah, it holds fairly decently. Now you've got two sizes. As you can tell here, these have a larger diameter. So they fit the 12 millimeter. The smaller ones fit the 8 millimeter. As such. Pretty low profile. Not much. I mean, it sticks out. It's about the same as it would be if it was just a Nano socket on a Vims. Let's take a look at that. Maybe a hair bit longer, but not a whole lot. And you got to remember, it's inserting in, so that'll be okay. Now, we've got some sockets here. We'll start out with a small Torx, right? And one thing I like about this, if I want to pick one out, I can put it on here until I find the one that fits. Is that the one? That's the one. So you pull out the socket, you put it in your 8 millimeter side, and there you go. All right? One down. Let's try another one. Maybe a little bit bigger. Okay, so here we got a little bit bigger Torx. So you put it on here. Yeah, that one feels a little loose. That one's pretty tight. That one's too big. So we pull that out. And now this is the larger one. So we got to put it in the 12 millimeter. Nice. Okay. Now let's take a look at the hex drives. Now this is really a small hex drive. All right. Pretty tiny. Even for a fat wrench like that. I mean, fat bolt like that. So you put it on here. It's not a 5. It's a 4. I like that. You don't have to pull out each one to check it. Goes in the small side. And bingo, you got it. Put that back. Got a little bit larger hex head. There's the one that fits. Pull that out. Throw it in the 12 millimeter side. Okay, this is not eat. Oh, there we go. Okay. And bingo, you got it. Now, the other thing I like about this is having this detent instead of a ring. You could possibly use one of your flex head wrenches. Okay, this one has a locking mechanism, but it'll fit just like it did in the wrench that came with it. You can also use an 8 millimeter flex head also. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do. We use the Torx. All right, that was the Torx. Nope. Yeah, too big. Nice. So that gives you another option. You can use your flex head wrenches. So overall, I'm thinking this kit is fairly nice. Like I was saying, you don't have to have, the wrench that comes with it doesn't have a retaining ring like the Vim or the Astro, so you can basically use any wrench you want without having to have an adapter. Now, the only problem I had with this case is this doesn't go in real easy. All right? I don't know how long it'll last, but if you tried to put it in flat, it won't go. So you got to kind of put it on one side and push it in till it clicks. Overall, good tool. Especially if if you're going to the junkyard or something, you could take this and it could take you into nice Nano, small places with this wrench. And even if you use a flex wrench, you could always put it in like this and use it that way. Overall, I'd say it's a good tool. These are my thoughts. This is what I did. You don't have to.